with Pedogate and Pizzagate, and this is exactly the type of story and where the investigating ends up with stories like yours. And so
right, let me and we talked about this a little bit earlier, but to kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff that I think, okay, versus what I know. I know there was secret police. I don't know who they are, but I know what they do. They cover up murders, okay? But I don't, we know that. But what I think is this, we know, I consider it a fact there's underground facilities. I mean, half a dozen people. I have one woman that contacted me on Facebook, and I'm writing back, and I'm saying there's underground facilities somewhere near my house. She writes back, and she says, I know it's a half block away, and I print screen it. You can find that print screen with her name on my Facebook and YouTube, and she ain't the one that called me on the phone. Okay? So I've got multiple pieces of evidence of people telling me there's underground facilities, so I consider that a fact. But one more, to carry that a little further, a couple of weeks after I get out of the hospital, a person that is now alleged to be involved in the shooting comes by my house and says, you don't know how many lives you ruined with your idiocy. Well, my idiocy was staying home and minding my own business and being a good citizen and surviving a home invasion and a murder attempt. Okay, that's my idiocy. But what that really said was a lot of people are going to have their lives ruined. A lot of people were here due to the investigation into the failed murder attempt on my life. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so, logically, they were in the underground facility and they were doing something bad. Okay? That's my guess. And that's where it might get into pedophilia,
well, in all of these other crimes. I mean, yeah. Well, this is really compelling. And what is your YouTube channel? You mentioned you have a YouTube channel.
Yes, Buddy Webb is my name. It's one word, BUDDYWEBB, and I'm fixing to do about 250,000 views on YouTube, and I'll probably double that on Facebook, somewhere around 750,000 views. These videos are just amazing. Mm-hmm. I have probably close to 400, so you might want to sort them by most popular, and there's just really some incredible stories.
Yeah, this is amazing, and folks, he has a lot of credible evidence to back up his story, because it does sound so it sounds so salacious, but this is really happening to Buddy here in his own home. Buddy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending a copy of this show over to a good friend of mine, Mike Gill, who is he also has a YouTube reality series on and it's called The State of Corruption, and he's also bringing forth and exposing a lot of this corruption. And I want to commend you for coming on the Porthole to Justice to share your story. You're so brave.
Well, thank you, and I give God all the praise and glory. It's a miracle that I'm alive. These people pre-planned my death. I'm supposed to be dead now, and so I just could look at it like I'm living on borrowed time here, and I just got to give God all the praise and glory, because it's really not nothing I've done. It's what He's done. It's been miracle after miracle after miracle. A story's too big to mention everything on your little show here and on your short show, and but when you get to my YouTube and Facebook, there's other stories about the crimes that happened at the hospital, and then the Haley Dunn story is just amazing. And that's just a side story to really what's going on here, and I encourage people to go. I mean, that's a nationally famous missing child, and I believe it could be solved. I got 4 people in Odessa saying she's murdered in Odessa, and all of that come from these videos, and I think there's a link to the crime scene, the underground facility, etc.
Well, I just want to thank you so much, and you're so brave, and you're going to be in our prayers, and you're now a part of the Porthole to Justice family. We're really trying to expose and get to the bottom of a lot of this, these activities, these horrific crimes. Buddy, thank you so much.
All right, Amelia, thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to the show, and have a good week.
Yeah, we'll be touching base with you again, and we'll be looking forward to hearing, updates on what's occurring, and try to get a case number for that investigation so we can people can look into this too as well. Okay, and follow up.
And exactly, I'll do that. And as I encourage other people, feel free to pick up the phone. A secret police gang is a danger to all of us, everybody. And so all Americans have a right to know who they are. So call the FBI, call the Rangers, and say, I want to know who the secret police are. Because once we do that, it's all exposed. Then it's over. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Amelia.
You're so welcome, buddy. Thank you. And
God bless.
Okay. Bye-bye. Folks, that's been another episode of Porthole to Justice Off the Cuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. And onward and upward, guys. Okay, Porthole to Justice, the window to the truth.